Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to the showcase. If you're watching this, that means you showed up, and we really appreciate it. We had so many questions from you guys, and we didn't have time to answer them all. A lot of them are always about the industry sort of stuff, so we thought we'd record some answers here where we have a bit more time to go more in depth, and hopefully that kind of answers some of your questions. The first one we're going to start with, which is the question I think probably we get asked more than anything else, not just in the showcase scenario, but just in generally, which is, how do you get into the publishing industry? So Michaela, Andrea, Jess, a lot of you asked this question. I think we'll all kind of answer because we all have different stories. There's no one way. It really depends. For me, I was a bookseller for a really long time, which in my unbiased opinion is one of the best ways to get in, because it means that you're around books, you're aware of what's working in the market, you're selling books to people, and that is what we're inherently all doing in all our jobs across all our departments. So I'm a campaign manager in marketing, so knowing how to sell a book to someone is incredibly useful. So I was bookseller for about 9 years. Then I went to New York and did a publishing course there one summer, which was amazing, changed my life. Very privileged position that I was able to do that in the first place. And from there, that sort of got me some connections that got my first job, and then my second job, and then here. So my advice is be around books however you can. Be nice to people, show up to things, because those connections that you make in this industry in Australia, the industry is small, so the people that you connect with can genuinely get you jobs. Doesn't mean you can email me for a job, I'm sorry, I can't help right now. But generally, those connections make a really big difference. So for me, it was book selling, exploring the industry, and then just seeing what came up. But yeah, some of these guys have very interesting stories. I'm going to start with Kim, because I feel like yours is less.
So I got into the industry because of Twitter. I saw an internship request from the Hachette Children's team and put in a resume application, and the next week I got an internship, and I've been here at Hachette since almost 14 years now. It was my first dive into the publishing industry, and they haven't been able to get rid of me yet, so hopefully they won't. My advice is just to get when you get your foot in the door, just try everything. So at the Hachette Children's Group, I was trying a bit of sales, a bit of product, which is what I'm in at the moment, product, which we work to international teams quite closely, and a bit of marketing, a bit of publicity. So I did a bit of everything for the team and found which area that I enjoyed the most, which was product, because it's very logical. I've got a very logical brain, unlike your marketing selling skills. And it's just find what works for you, but once you get your foot in the door, you can try a bit of everything, and trying a bit of everything really helps to find where you want to be in the industry. Maybe it is book selling and not in publishing. Maybe it is writing. Maybe it's editing, marketing, publicity, sales. But once you get your foot in the door, that is where you'll find what works for you.
And you can move. People change departments. If someone...
I did try for the marketing partner.
There you go.
I didn't get that.
Really? I didn't get that.
But I'm glad where I found.
The first place that a publishing house is going to look when they're hiring is internally. Yeah, so as long as you're in there, other things come. And that's sort of... I'm going to go to you, Nilab, actually, because being in there is sort of how you got...
So I was also a bookseller, but only for around a year before the annual Hachette internship came across my radar. It was actually my third time applying. The first two times, to be honest, I didn't take it very seriously. I was in university, just kind of getting, into the practice of submitting an application. But the third time I took it very seriously, and luckily I was shortlisted, then I interviewed, and I got the internship, which was really, really exciting. So I spent the internship is 4 months long. I spent around 3 months going from department to department, trying to figure out what I liked, which was really difficult because I actually ended up liking everything that I was doing, which is a good problem to have. And then I think it was the start of my third month where a role opened up in the marketing department, and I was offered the job, and I accepted immediately because I really, really loved my time in marketing. But yeah, it kind of just happened very organically. The advice that I would give, aside from trying to get a job in bookselling, is just to be patient. I think more now than ever, it's incredibly difficult to get into the publishing industry.
Yeah, books are cool now. It was so much easier when no one liked it. I'm kidding.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not necessarily a reflection of your skills all of the time. There just aren't that many jobs compared to how many people are trying to get into the industry. So be patient. I was not patient, and it stressed me out so much. And I did end up getting
3 times.
Yeah. I did end up getting the job in the end, but I think it would have been much more enjoyable if I had just relaxed and let things roll out in the way that they will. I mean, just keep at it. Eventually, you'll get into the industry. Don't sweat over it.
Yeah, okay, my turn. So yeah, a bit different from these guys. I came into the industry as a writer, so I've never been a bookseller, but I do write. I also have a background in computer science, and then I went and did a writing degree. And through that writing degree, I came across an opportunity. It's called the MDA Hachette Publishing Traineeship, which is a 2-year traineeship that I'm still doing right now. So I applied. My tutors were very supportive, and I got the job. So I think 100% echo everything these guys have said. But I guess my advice is, yeah, it's really hard to get into the publishing industry right now. So don't be afraid to branch out. I think the publishing industry needs a lot, like so many different skill sets. You know, you have Kim with her logical brain. I'm a bit analytical. I'm a bit analytical as well. So I think it was my computer science background was actually quite appealing when I did my application. So yeah, just go out there, try lots of things, and obviously keep reading and keep yourself updated on what's going on in the industry.
The other thing that I would say is don't have a set idea of what you want to do. Like you've heard from all of us that we just sort of explored, like entry-level jobs in something like sales, that's going to give you a fantastic overview of the whole industry. So don't feel like I have to be in editorial, I have to be in publicity. You might be surprised by what you learn, and even if you don't, it's going to give you a really, really strong foundation. And as well as that, there are so many industry adjacent jobs. My first job wasn't at a publishing house. I was sort of at a consultancy type company, but that led to a publishing house. So just, there are festivals you can volunteer with. There's all sorts of other book adjacent opportunities while you're being patient. If nothing is available, because sometimes you have to wait for people to leave. It's true. So just, be patient. We had some books fall down recently. It's like a book ghost. So be patient and be open and be curious. I think would be the best advice for that.
Yeah.